Imagine you're walking somewhere in a park. Your day is chill, you have nothing to worry about, and then in a split second you realize that your world falls apart. That's what happened to me. I lost my phone with over $60,000 in crypto on it, not because I got hacked, not because someone tricked me, I just dropped it. My name's David and this is Walking to Crypto, a channel where I share my real stories about my life, about crypto, investing, and everything in between. And let me tell you guys one of the most interesting stories that happened with me that almost erased everything I built about over the past few years. I was in Germany staying with my girlfriend for a few months. She lives not in a big city, maybe 100,000 people, quiet streets, everything neat, and she'd been sick for a few days, so I told her, let's go for a walk, you need some fresh air. She hesitated, saying, oh no, maybe later, maybe tomorrow instead, but don't go without me. At that time, I really thought like she just didn't feel like going out. Maybe she's just still recovering, maybe she's a bit lazy, but you know how these girls be answering these questions. Right now, I'm realizing that maybe she just felt something, maybe she just had an instinct that something was off. Honestly, I'm glad she came with me, because who knows what could have happened if she had stayed home. We got dressed, we took the bus, and you know, I was wearing these pants with wide open pockets that never hold anything. My coins, my AirPods, my keys, they always slip out. And I never thought my phone would. We went to this park when they have parrots in the center. A beautiful place. We walked around, laughed, took pictures, and then I saw this red tree, like a tree from another planet. I wanted to Google it, so I reached into my pocket and my phone wasn't there. I checked every pocket, like every pocket. My jacket pocket, my bag, and I even looked at my girlfriend like maybe she's joking, maybe she took it, but she didn't. And she just calmly said, David, it's okay, you will find it, everything's fine. But I snapped like, you don't understand, it's all gone, my crypto gone, I wasn't going to find it anywhere else. And then it hit me, the bus. I suddenly remembered showing my ticket to the bus driver, and that was the last time I used my phone. That was the moment it clicked. My stomach dropped, my body froze right there, and I realized that on my phone was everything. My crypto, my wallet, my all my money, all my personal info there. Basically, my whole net worth was there, and it's all gone. I tried to stay calm, but inside I was falling apart. We tried to call my number, but it was no signal, it was offline. And that's when I knew that somebody had turned it off. And that's what usually people do when they find lost iPhones, so you cannot track it. Thankfully to my girlfriend, she called the local bus depot here, and I couldn't even explain the situation in German. So they told us they will check with the driver and then call us back, but that didn't sound promising. And as we started walking home, I realized that even if I lose my iPhone, it's just 1100 euros. But what if they find my MetaMask, my wallets, my exchanges, and even seed phrases? And I could lose it all, 60 grand. It wasn't about the money itself, it was about the work I put in to my projects for over the past 2.5 years, working, projects, saving, investing, and I was about to lose it all because of one stupid pocket. And of course, how it usually be, I remembered something that made it even worse. I'd never turned on my Find My iPhone feature. Yes, that feature that helps you to locate your iPhone on a map if you lose it. I was always be like, I'll do it later, I'll set it up later. That tiny bit of laziness ended up costing me hours of panic. I ran like crazy to home, and my girlfriend staying behind at the bus stop to talk to any other driver on the same road. I sat down, opened my computer, and thank God some exchanges were still logged in. I asked my friend Alex to create another reserve account so I sent in USDT to that account, and I told him what happened, and he was like, bro, you just have like a black streak of luck right now. And honestly, he wasn't wrong. I thought at least maybe I'll save something, but then I realized without a Google Authenticator I couldn't withdraw anything. No withdrawals, no 2FA, no codes, GG. And then I remembered my old Xiaomi phone. It had been lying around for a few months. I took it and turned it on, and there it was, my Google Authenticator. The old phone literally saves my portfolio. But my relief didn't last long. Some of my wallets like Trust Wallet, MetaMask were still linked to my iPhone. I had stored some seed phrases right there on it. Yes, I know, that's dumb. And to make it worse, the passcode on the phone wasn't even that strong. I keep thinking, what if someone guesses it? What if they open MetaMask and my phone was still off? But my girlfriend refused to give up. She stood outside for almost 4 hours waiting near the bus stop and asking every driver on the same line if they seen my iPhone 16 Pro. Most of course said no, some didn't even bother to check. And then just before the sun set, she called me on my laptop. Her voice was shaking. "David, you owe me a dinner tonight." I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" "I found the driver, you won't believe it." I was like, "What driver? What are you talking about?" Apparently, when she asked the driver if he had my iPhone, he looked at her and asked her what iPhone exactly, what color it is, and like he didn't want to submit anything. "A black iPhone 16 Pro," she replied. "My boyfriend lost it today." He stared at her the moment, almost pretending like he didn't know anything what she was talking about. And then he slowly reached into his bag and pulled it out. My phone. I just froze. Then I laughed, half from shock, half from pure relief. I got lucky. Way too lucky. Later on, we kind of sat wondering why the driver had turned it off my iPhone in the first place. I mean, we've been calling it, trying to get in touch so someone could return it to us, but he just switched it off, probably hoping to keep it for himself. It's a bit of a strange feeling realizing that someone might try to take it from you, and I guess I was really lucky that he changed his mind. That night, I just sat there, staring at the screen, thinking how close I came to lose everything. I made up my own rules, so even if you or I lose your phone one day, it will save your life. First rule, never keep everything on one device. If your whole life, your money, your wallets, your passwords fits into one pocket, then losing that pocket means losing your freedom. Phones get lost, they break, they get stolen. Split your own setup, one device for usage only and another device for storage. If you drop one, you still got another. My second rule is use a hardware wallet. I used to think I'll get it someday. Now I know someday is too late. If you hold more than a few grand in crypto, just get a Trezor or Ledger or any other verified cold wallet. It's just not about being paranoid, it's about being protected. It's crazy, but $100 device can save you from losing $60,000 overnight. My third rule is keep your backup 2FA codes and recovery keys offline. Don't trust Google Drive, notes, or screenshots. They can be leaked, hacked, or just wiped instantly. Write your backup codes on paper or in other sources. Just store them somewhere so no one can just Control F and find them immediately. If your main phone disappears, your backup is your lifeline. Rule number 4 is use different passwords. I know this one is pretty simple, but I know a lot of people who doesn't follow it, and so I decided to include it in this list. So ideally you should have one password for your phone, one password for your MetaMask, one password for your Bybit exchange, etc. And there are even some applications on Google Play or App Store that allow you to download it and set up a password for every application that is important to you, even if they doesn't have the feature with setting up your password, right? Yeah, so follow this rule, it's life-saving. My rule number 5 is back up your authenticator on the second phone. Like my old Xiaomi phone, it could be disconnected from the internet, but it has your 2FA applications and nothing else. Think of it like it's your digital fireproof safe. Maybe you don't need it every day, but when things go wrong, it's still like the smartest decision you ever made. Your seed phrase is your key to everything. If someone gets it, they own your wallet. If you lose it, not even the company can help you. And even the controversial person, Andrew Tate, once said something that really stuck with me. Imagine you end up shipwrecking somewhere with nothing. No phone, no laptop, no wallet. And if you know your seed phrase by heart, you can rebuild everything from scratch. That's why it's so powerful. Rule number 7, assume your phone is already gone. This one sounds crazy, but it actually works. Live like your phone has already disappeared. If you design the setup on your mindset and something really actually happened, you won't panic, you just act. Matter of fact, the next feature is a tiny setting, but it can change everything. It's called Disable Control Center on your lock screen. Turn off the access to the control center when your phone is locked, because if someone picks up your phone, they can just swipe down and turn on the airplane mode, and boom, your device goes dark, untrackable. Go to Settings, Face ID and Passcode, allow access when locked, and switch off to Control Center. It's one click, but it can buy you some time. Rule number 9. Always enable Find My iPhone or Find My Device on Android devices. It sounds obvious until you forget, like I did, and one simple mistake could cost me days of panic. These tools aren't perfect, but they're still useful and they give you a fighting chance, so use it. The 10th rule, use a recovery email and 2FA that aren't linked to your main inbox. If someone hacks your main email and your recovery email is the same domain or the same inbox, you're done. Set up a separate recovery account. Different provider, different password, keep it clean, no social media, no subscriptions, and it will actually save you. And we're getting to the end of our list, and we have the 11th rule that is really underrated, but it's really useful. Set a SIM lock pin. If someone steals your phone and they swap your SIM into another device, they can still receive your 2FA text or reset your passwords. A simple SIM pin stops that. It's a 4-digit code that must be entered before the SIM can be connected to any device. It's easy to set up, and it's one of the best low-effort defenses you'll ever use. Losing $60,000 or even thinking you did changes you. You realize it's just not about some coins, it's about control and how easily everything you own can vanish. If this story makes you double check your setup tonight, that's great. And don't wait to learn it the hard way like I almost did. I'm David, and this is Walking to Crypto. Subscribe, hit like, and keep walking with me in crypto.